1 million Americans are living with HIV, according to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and thousands of them live right here in Nebraska. Today, more than 150 Nebraskans showed their support for those suffering from the disease by participating in the Hastings AIDS Walk. News 5's Kelly Baumgarten joins us live in the studio. Kelly, you spoke with one man who's been living with the disease for nearly 30 years.
That's right, Lauren. Darren McCarty has been an advocate for the disease ever since he was diagnosed with HIV back in 1985. Darren says while we made progress with medications and treatments, the stigma that surrounds HIV and AIDS continues to exist. There are currently more than 2,500 Nebraskans living with HIV.
This is something that could impact any family, any individual.
On Sunday, the Nebraska AIDS Project hosted their annual AIDS Walk at Hastings College.
It's like it's one of those problems that just keeps increasing and like people don't know about it.
Darren McCarty was diagnosed with HIV back in 1985, just 2 years after scientists discovered the virus.
We didn't have a lot of hope in '85, but as time progressed, the first meds came out in about '88.
Darren has been living with the disease for nearly 30 years. He says modern medicine has come a long way since his diagnosis.
I think cures are right around the corner. I believe HIV is a chronic manageable disease now. I think people can live with it.
But Darren says the discrimination that surrounds the disease hasn't faded.
I don't know if we've come that far when it comes to acceptance, especially in a state like Nebraska, where people with HIV are still kind of shunned.
That's why he's dedicated his life to helping others with the disease.
If I affect one person that day, then I've done my job.
Darren says while most people don't realize it, they probably know someone living with HIV.
You don't have to be promiscuous. You don't have to be a drug user. That it only takes one time to become infected with HIV.
It encourages people to think about the fact that everybody could be susceptible to HIV, and it's important for them to know their status, to get tested.
The Nebraska AIDS Project is a statewide organization that provides supportive services to those suffering from the disease. They've been holding the AIDS Walk at Hastings College for more than 20 years now. All of the money from today's event will help the Nebraska AIDS Project provide those services. Lauren?
Thank you, Kelly. Kelly Baumgarten live in our studio tonight with a pretty incredible story and a good lesson for everyone.